What's up, you guys? Welcome to another episode of Taboo Talk. I am your host, the Ringleader. Pretty much hope everyone had a good Drinko de Mayo. If you guys have hangover still, that means you guys are alcoholics and need to go to AA as soon as possible. All that aside, today's rant is actually on the repression of sexuality and how sexually repressed Americans are. And the reason I was actually bringing this up and thought about it was because of the fact that I realized that so many people talk about, how sexuality is used too much in America for marketing, or how women are demeaning themselves more and more. Everywhere we look is sex, or men and women trying to sell you something through sex. But then I kind of thought about it, and I'm just kind of like, that's so hypocritical. And the reason I say that is just because you have things like 50 Shades of Grey, which for all of you who've been living under a rock is a romance novel, basically, where this young college student falls in love with this younger billionaire, and they get like in a really obsessive Twilight-ish relationship. And basically she has to deal with all his sexual appetites, which include a lot of sadism, like, pain for pleasure, bondage, choking, really, just harsh stuff, And she even has to sign this contract where she has to do it or else their relationship is at an end. And I'm thinking, this is like a bestseller to where so many people wanted this book and read it and bought the trilogy and were talking about it and how great it was and how sexy it was. When really this is about sexual sadism. And these people can't handle like a topless girl like on TV like once or twice. All of a sudden it has to be MA or rated R or rated NC-17 just because of nudity. That makes no sense to me whatsoever. Like, to me it's how scared we are of nudity that makes it so bad. Like, people in America equate nudity with sex, when really nudity can be expression of one's body. It's not a negative thing. That's why I just think everyone has this connotation of, nudity has to mean sex or sexual deviancy or sexual promiscuity, when really it's not that at all. Like, my second example is Instagram. I used to think, oh man, these hoes on Instagram, geez, will they do nothing will they do anything for attention? And I, like these are ratchet, dirty bitches. Just kidding, girls, not bitches. I just like that. Just saying. I'm sorry, I'm a jerk. It was actually men and women on Instagram. I would see men with like as much skin as they could show without getting reported. And I'm just thinking, oh man, these people are doing it for attention, or they're really deep down insecure. But then I really kind of started thinking about it, and I'm kind of going, maybe they're just expressing themselves through their bodies. Nudity. Maybe they're just really proud of their bodies and they know that they look good and they want to express it with other people. But hell, I've even seen some girls and guys that don't look good and still post that crap on Instagram because maybe they're just comfortable with their bodies and it's self-expression through bodies. Not all nudity looks good, but that's a matter of taste. Like if it was up to me, half of the people that are nude would not be nude because they just don't look good. But that's just the sad truth. Some pieces of a person's body looks better on other people than on your own, or vice versa, and that kind of stuff. So you just kind of have to deal with that. But guess what? Everyone has the same kind of body. All girls have breasts unless you're hermaphrodite. But even then, I'm not going to get into that kind of stuff. But just saying, we're all built with the same equipment, and a human body is something that should be expressed. It's art. Even the Greeks knew it, and even Europe knows it now. There's places where people can sunbathe nude, and it's not that big of a deal. But yet here it would be like, you're sunbathing nude, you're going to get raped, and then you're going to be put on Megan's list, where you're like a pedophile and that kind of stuff, and yada yada, and that kind of thing. We can't handle nudity here because we're not sexually mature enough. That's kind of sad, but it's the truth. Like I said, I thought Instagram used to be like, these people are whores, they just want to get attention and have sex. But the more I look at it, the more I just say, well, you know what, maybe we should be more accepting. and let them have the expression of their bodies, because people should be comfortable with their bodies. Not all nudity is bad. I've seen some works of art that have nudity in it, and they're beautiful just because they show the human form. I think it's time for America to stop having this really sexual, repressed opinion and kind of wake up and kind of be like, you know what? A boob isn't bad. Because here in America is the only place where we can have bullets blazing through the air and people's heads getting blown off and limbs being blown off, and yet it's still PG-13. But the minute that you have someone topless, it has to be rated R. That to me, that just shows violence is so much more, especially in today, violence is so much more dangerous than nudity is. I mean, sex is a part of life. Murder is not. And that's just where I think America kind of has things mixed up. I mean, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that more nudity would affect America negatively, or do you think it would put us where we need to be and kind of have us accept nudity to where girls can be safer, guys can feel more comfortable with themselves? What do you guys think would be the norm? Because truly, I think that there needs to be more nudity in America so we can accept it more and not have this as a taboo to where people have to be scared of naked people. Just saying. Tell me what you guys think on that. Okay, my second part for this, just because I always do like a little review, is Hemlock Grove, the new TV show for Netflix. Don't want to do many spoilers, but just if you guys are thinking about watching it or have watched it, just a couple of my opinions. Sorry to say, but what the fuck? Truly, I gave it 3. There was 3 episodes in, and I was kind of going, okay, well now they have to start answering some questions. At least like what are the characters? Are they vampires? Is it a werewolf or anything like that? And they barely, even when I was in 9 episodes in, they were barely scratching the surface on that. It's kind of like there were so many mysteries in that show that eventually I just stopped caring because literally none of them were being solved. Or none of the secrets were being shown. None of the characters really got any deeper than they did in the beginning. It was kind of like you never knew who they truly were. So therefore, you never got to connect with them and go, oh, well, they're like this because of this. And then there was flashbacks that that only had very little use in it. And overall, I thought the cinematography of that show was awesome. The way that they filmed it, the actors, they did a really good job at acting. I think the younger Skarsgård brother, he made a good debut. However, it's just like the show as a whole just really did nothing for me, and I'm a horror fan as well, and I would rank that as probably one of like the worst horror shows I've ever seen, just because of the mere confusion. They had too much in it, and then in the end there was too much of trying to put everything together at the end, and not enough explanation for why it happened, or who it happened to, or why this person went that way, and that kind of stuff. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and please give me your guys' opinions, and if you guys want me to talk about anything else, on the sexuality part too, especially, I want to hear your guys' opinions because I could be wrong. If I hear an opinion that I like, then I'll definitely change it. But as far as that goes, till next time.